Hello, my beautiful friends and magical beings of light and incredible souls that I just adore and I love. So I am fired the fuck up this morning. So I apologize. My cursey pants is on. I can't control it sometimes. I've been like full up, ready to go like bang, 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 a little bit this morning. So here we go. All right, and the reason that I'm fired up is that I'm kind of spending most of my time talking to some pretty freaking magical people who completely and utterly let themselves stay contained in this bubble of belief that is so restrictive and is so small and holds them back and prevents them from seeing the world in a magical way, and I just can't handle it anymore. It's like, as an energy reader, right? I like consume all of these thoughts and these emotions and these feelings of others. And eventually when I consume too many of these like non-truths, I just start to like bubble up, right? And I bubble up and I get frustrated and angry. And I'm not frustrated and angry at anything except energy. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not mad at the person in your life who says it. I'm just mad at the energy exchange that is occurring, right? So today we're going to pop some bubbles. We're going to go and I'm going to just walk around, and if you follow yourself into one of these categories, I'm going to pop your fucking bubble today. Is that cool? I hope it's cool, because that's what it feels like we have to do today. Because here is the underlying message that we all fucking come from the universe. We are born in pure love and light. Why do you think we like to hang out with babies? Right? You look at a baby and you're like, oh, you're so innocent. Nobody has come to you and told you that you're not allowed to do stuff, or that that's not okay or appropriate, or your dreams don't matter, or your thoughts aren't like exactly yours to have. Oh, I just love how you are right now. Well, guess fucking what? You're still that way. And at some point, you get to take your power back from the people who have created your bubble, the bubble that doesn't exist, the bubble we're going to pop today, so that you can move into the next phase and level of yourself, right? So bubble number one. Bubble number one is, what if things happen? What if, my family doesn't talk to me? What if, I piss somebody off? What if, something goes wrong? What if I lose money? What if? So you create, an angry face. You create something, an illusion, a fear, something that does not fucking exist in reality, but you make it up. So you say, okay, well, what if this happens? Right? And then you go like, oh, well, if that happens, well, that's going to be the next thing that happens. And then that's going to happen. And then you make up like 30 fucking things that don't fucking exist that could happen. What ifs. Right? So I'm just going to fucking take my big pin. Here, I got scissors. Let's use that. Well, let's be nicer because I'm angry. And grab the fairy wand, and I'm going to pop that bubble. Because the thing is that none of those what ifs exist. Not a single one is a reality. You just left your human body and decided to create a whirlwind of things that are only preventing you from moving into a beautiful space. So when I pop that bubble, right, and you no longer have to think about those what ifs anymore, and you can see the world in a magical space of, well, now today I know that if I do this, one person is going to be impacted. If I do this, I'm going to serve with these people over here, and what I mean? My family thinks doesn't really matter because they're not in my life and my house and my family, and they're not helping the people that I'm here to serve, right? So we're going to pop the what if bubble of crap, bullshit, nonsense, illusion. Done. Yay, that bubble's popped. Right? What is the next amazing bubble to pop, you ask? The next amazing bubble to pop is the bubble that you create that says, I'm not worthy and deserving of this. Other people can do this and I can't do this. This is not like something that happens. Nobody's going to pay for what I do. Everybody in the world, my city's been in a recession for like 10 years. There's nobody going to buy this. This does not exist. This is not real. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does. Because you want to know what? There's other people doing it. And I can tell you from fact that used to be the way that I used to think, right? And the thing is that this year, 2017, I woke up and I thought, There are people in the world doing this. There's a lot of people in the world doing this. What if I could be one of those people? What if, you know what I mean? And then I knew in that moment that the thought that I didn't have that and that people wouldn't spend money and that people in my region, right? Because I didn't think I was deserving or worthy of that bullshit. I pop your bubble. I pop your bubble and let you know that you are exactly the person that somebody needs. You have the gift inside your heart, your stardust, that if you shine it will make a massive impact into the world and into the life of somebody else. And if you took those thoughts out that you didn't have what it took and nobody would, you know, be there to purchase your service or to be in that space for you, or if you didn't believe that your region, well then don't think about your region, think about the world. Think about somebody in Germany right now who needs you right now, here in this moment. Pop your bubble and see in this beautiful moment in time that you have the gift that somebody needs, because you do. Period. Ooh, that was pretty. Did you see that? Oh, look at that. We are being told that you do have that gift. Look at that gift. Like, come on. That isn't magic. I don't know what is. Right? So if you were to already take out the bubble, right, of creating reality that doesn't exist, we've popped that bubble, so now you can live for today. You're now knowing that you're worthy and deserving and no different than anybody else in this world, so that you can do the thing that lights you up and that fires you up, right? The other bubble is the money bubble. Let's just pop that money bubble right away, right? Because we stop ourselves from success thinking of, ooh, I can't do that. There's guilt and shame in money. There is a lack in money. There are thoughts about money. Money is so terrible. Like if I spend money, I'm taking it from my kids. If I, you know, expend it on something like when you went to university, let's just play this game. Like when you decided to spend money on something that the society said and deemed was okay to spend money on. So like when you spend money on your house or your car or your education, you think these are the reasonable and the right things to spend money on. Right? Because somebody said, you know, that's what's reasonable and right to spend money on. But what we don't actually understand is that it's an energetic exchange to level us into the next beings of ourselves. It's just an energy exchange. And we can only raise ourselves to the vibration of the person or the thing that we surround ourselves with. And if we want to vibrate at a higher level, there's generally an exchange of energy that needs to occur to bring us to that next version of ourselves. And the quickest and most effective way to make that happen is by a financial exchange. That's why university charges so much in Canada, at least. I don't know. I know like Iceland or something like that. Maybe Sweden, Switzerland has like better, but we don't, right? It's exponential to go to university. It's a huge fucking energy exchange. And the reason is, guess what? People show up and do the work in university because they spent that money. Right? So there is an outcome that occurs. But the thing is shifting your mindset into from being that lack that we don't spend money on the things that are going to be like beneficial for only us. That's just guilt and shame and all of these things. And we don't have that money. And money, you know, if I take this last bit of money, and I'll give you an example of how my life changed in December of last year. I was fucking poor, you guys. Like, I mean, I say that with love because I just started to shift my thoughts about money. And so I'm going to pop your money mindset bubble in a second. But I had approximately $102 in my bank account. And I was scrolling through Facebook and one of my friends, Mike Gillespie, had a post. And it was for building a house in Ecuador. I believe it was Ecuador, but it was a third world country. And it was through WeDay. And I looked at that post and I thought, I'm going to give him $100. I only had $102 in my bank account, but my thought process is we give to receive, right? And I knew that it would be an exchange with the universe. And so I gave him my last $100. And do you want to know what happened? It shifted into me receiving, you know, a client within the next week. Because I had shifted my belief that from scarcity mindset into seeing it as I was wealthy to be able to give that, right? Like to be able to honor the fact that there are people less fortunate than me and be able to be in that space. I didn't look at that and think, oh my God, if I give her that money, we're going to be so poor and we're not going to be able to afford groceries and da 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 da. I saw that as, oh my God, I have this $100 that I'm going to give them. And he was able to get enough money to build the school. I pop your money beliefs that you live in scarcity and can't make it, have it, or any of that stuff. Because it is there. It is there. It is there for all of us as soon as we see it. So when we pop that bubble, we don't think of being down. When we're in our bubbles, we literally just energetically bring ourselves down to the thoughts in which we're carrying, right? And by me popping the bubble, it allows you to expand. We are all oneness with the universe. We all have the ability to just tap into the greater good and the pure light energy that is above us and know that everything's going to be okay, nothing bad can happen, and all our needs are met. And so when we pop the bubble, we no longer have to be in that lesser energy, that downward energy, that pull of like those thoughts that. And I'm just giving you 3 bubbles. There's so many bubbles that I could pop here today. But the ones that I have energetically coming up around me in the last few days have been the what ifs, right? The creation of false-based thoughts, illusion-based thoughts that don't exist, that stop you from, like they paralyze you from moving forward. Gone. Don't allow that, because there's a positive what if to every negative that you say. So what if, you know, my daughter today, what if I don't get to school on time? What if I don't have my homework book? What if, and I said, what if you do find your homework book? What if you do make it to school on time? What if, why don't you choose the positive what ifs, right? So there is the positive. So the what ifs, delete the negative what ifs. Start yourself with the positive what ifs. Be present in today. Those thoughts of, I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. Somebody else has something more than me. All of those beliefs in yourself that are stopping you, paralyzing you, preventing you from moving forward, right? You know which ones they are. Nobody will pay for my service. Of course they will. Of course they will. The minute you believe in what you serve, somebody else will believe in what you serve as well. Take that to heart, please. Because your truth, when you stand in it, will be the truth that cascades over the other person. And they will have no other alternative but to know your being, your soul, your light, and your gift. And they will want you to serve them. Period. Right? That bubble has been popped. And lastly is the financial bubble. And this is what I'll leave you with. The greatest thing you can ever do is be in the space to receive for someone else to get to the outcome. Right? Your fear is yours. It's not theirs. There are millions and billions of people spending money to solve their problems every day. Whether it's a new phone, whether it's an internet provider, whether it's a car, whether it's coaching, whether it's therapies, whatever. Millions of billions of people spend money to solve a problem every day. If you can just know that as an exchange of energy to receive and give, and you can be in that space for somebody else to receive their outcome, right? Then you can help solve their problem. Right? You have that magic within you. It goes down to that magical equation. Believe, trust, and action, my friends. I'm so feeling better. Thank you for letting me rant today and burst your bubbles. Because it truly, you guys are the most magical beings on this land. The minute you just go back to that moment when you truly believed in yourself and in your dreams, and you started to like send them out into the universe as their purest form, that's where people are going to see you, know you, and feel you. Because you are your gift. And don't think you don't have one, because you fucking do. Okay. Love you. Care Bear Spare. Have a magical, magical, magical pre-Christmas. Ding.